Hi everyone, I'm Muhammad Daffa Perkasa, and in this video I will present my proposal of CA with title A Contrastive Analysis of Indonesian Verb with Confix Peran and their English Equivalent in the Indonesian English Dictionary, third edition by John M. Eccles and Hasan Sadli. Introduction, there are 5 parts here in the introduction. There are background of the study, limitation of the study, statement of the problem, objective of the study, and significance of the study. There are 4 main background of the study. The first is the importance of languages. Language is very important due to the growth of society. People are expected to be multilingual as they must understand various languages for education, employment, and other basic purposes. And second, contrastive analysis theory in languages. Contrastive analysis is also important because CA can predict and describe the patterns that will cause difficulty in learning and those that will not cause a difficulty by comparing systematically both of the language according to Ladu. The next one is morphology and affixes. Morphology, which will be used in the study, is one of the aspects that can be compared by applying a contrastive analysis theory. Morphology is a study of the internal structure of words, as well as the rules by which words are formed according to Fromkin, Rothman, and Hyams, and also affixes addition is also morphology. Fourth, dictionary for additional media. Dictionaries are word repositories. They provide guidelines for correct spelling, pronunciation, word formation, and the appropriate usage of literary language. So they are also important for educational media. Limitation of the study. Based on the background of the study above, this research thesis is limited to the following areas. First, the similarities between Indonesian verb with confix peran and their English equivalent. Second, the difference between the Indonesian verbs with confix peran and their English equivalent. Third, the prediction on learning or translating problem based on the differences between Indonesian verb with confix peran and their English equivalent. Statement of the problem. Based on the limitation of the study above, the research question or statement of the problems of CA Indonesian verb with confix peran and their English equivalent are as follows. What are the similarities and what are the differences, and how are the learning or translating problem based on the differences between Indonesian verbs with confix peran and their English equivalent in Indonesian English Dictionary, 3rd edition by John M. Eccles and Sadly. Objection of the study. Based on the research question above, the objective of the study for this thesis are as follows. 1. To find out the similarities between Indonesian verb with confix peran and the English equivalent. Second, to find out the differences between Indonesian verbs with confix peran and their English equivalent. Third, to predict the learning or translating problem based on the differences between Indonesian verb with confix peran and their English equivalent. Significance of the study. Based on the background previously, the limitation of the research, the statement of the problem, and the objective of the study stated before this, the result of this thesis are expected to be significant or provide benefits to the following. First, the researcher, the process, as well the results of this research will be very significant experience for the researcher. Second, the researchers in these areas of translating studies. The researchers in the areas of translation studies can follow up the results of this research for their own researches in translation studies or other areas relevant to translation activities. The readers in general. Readers in general may also get benefit from the result of this research. They can observe the equivalence and also may better their comprehension on Indonesian verb with confix peran and their English equivalent. For translation practitioners, the result of this research are also probably helpful for translation practitioners. Fifth, the institution. The result of this thesis can be also useful as a little addition to the states of art or theories on translation studies, and therefore the thesis is a useful academic contribution to the institution, especially the academic performance of English Language Department, Faculty of Humanities, Universitas Dianuswantoro. Review of related literature. CA, according to Whitman indicated that there are 5 phases to making systematic comparison and contrast between 2 languages. These steps are selection, description, comparison, prediction, and verification. And also morphology. Morphology is a branch of linguistics focused on the study of internal structure of words, according to Fromkin, Rothman, and Hyams. And also morphologies also examine the rules that govern word formation, including affix addition, word contraction, and various morphological process. And in the studies, we are studied about affixes. And affixes is process attaching affixes to word form in order to create a new words. In this research, we are mostly studied about confix per an, and confix per an has different three forms, namely per an, and pel an. The rules of confix per an are as follows, according to Shire. The per an, first is per an. The confix per an can be used with base words that are verbs and adjectives, where verbs have prefix per or compound affixes, memper, memperi, or memperkan. Confix per an. The confix per an can be used in the following ways. First, with verbs that has prefix per in the form of pe. For example, in the words like pekerja, pe plus pekerjaan, pe plus kerja plus an become work. Second, confix pel an. Confix pel an is used exclusively with the word ajar. So there are only one word that can be confixed with pel an. This is pelajaran. Ajar, pel plus per plus ajar plus an become pelajaran, and their equivalent is lesson. Translation equivalence. Translation is a process of translating according to Merriam and the term Merriam-Webster, and the term equivalent in translation refers to identifying of a corresponding expression, word, or phrases in the target language to express the same or similar meaning as the source language. And the last one is dictionaries. According to law, dictionaries are commonly referred as a tool that are primarily intended to aid individuals' language-related activities. And in this research, the dictionary used in this research is Indonesian English Dictionary 3rd edition by John M. Eckel Stanley, because this particular dictionary is known for its extensive coverage of Indonesian language and its clear explanation of word meanings and usage. It also includes a wide range of vocabulary from every colloquial terms to specialized technical and scientific terminology. These are these references, and that's all my presentation for this proposal. And yeah, thank you very much.